Hello everyone, this is teacher Raymart. So for today's video is I'm going to teach you how to balance chemical equations. So first, let's define what is balancing chemical equation. It is the process of ensuring that a chemical equation adheres to the law of conservation of mass. This law states that matter cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction, meaning the number of atoms of each element must be the same on both sides of the equation. So, let's try to balance this one. So, let's try to balance these equations. So, the first thing to do is to find the reactant and product of the element. So you are going to write the reactant here and the product on the right. So the first thing to do is to bring down the atoms of every element. So the first element is the hydrogen, which is you going to put it here. Hydrogen. Next is oxygen. And so the equation is only has two elements. So in the product we are going to put hydrogen and oxygen. So to bring down the atoms of every element is you need to count how many atoms it is. So hydrogen has two atoms, so you're going to put it here. And oxygen has also two atoms. And in the product side, we also have two atoms in hydrogen. And oh no, in oxygen, we have only one because walang nakasulat dito sa baba niya or sa gilid. So oxygen, one only. So to balance this one is, first is you need to find what is not balanced. So this hydrogen and reactant side and product side is balanced, but oxygen is in reactant and product side is not balanced. So we need to balance the product side. So you need to find kailangan mong hanapin yung pinakamababa. Yun yung uunahin mo para i-solve. So yung pinakamababa dito is itong 1. So you need to think a number that if you multiply it to it, it will make it into 2. So let's think a number. So yung naisip ko is number 2. So I'm going to put some 2 in here. Dito ka maglalagay ng 2 because ito yung una mong isosolve, itong product side niya. So 2. So 2 times 2 equals 2. Okay? So syempre yung oxygen na na-solve na. So yung next naman na isolve natin is itong hydrogen niya. Kasi kapag nilagyan mo ng coefficient na number 2 dito is maapektuhan din yung elements niya. So 2 times 2 equals 4. So hindi na naman sila balance sa reactant side. So you're going to do is you put some 2 in here and you multiply it. 2 times 2 is equals to 4. So it is balanced now. It is balanced. So that's how you should balance a chemical equation. So let's try the second one. Okay, so as you can see it here, so medyo pahirap na siya ng pahirap. So the first thing we should do is to bring down the reactant and product of every elements of its atoms. So the first element is we have potassium, chlorine, oxygen. Same same in the side, we have potassium, chlorine, and oxygen. So we're going to put down its atoms in potassium. So in potassium, we have 1. In chlorine, we also have 1. In oxygen, we have 3. Either gaya. So in product side, in potassium, we also have 1. Chlorine, we also have 1. Oxygen, we have 2. So this potassium and chlorine is balanced, but oxygen is not balanced. So sinabi ko nga kanina is uunahin yung pinakamababa na isosolve na side. So yung pinakamababa dito is yung side na product, which is this oxygen. So you're going to times this oxygen into 3. Put some 3 it here. 3. So 3 times 2, it will become 6. Okay, 6 siya ulit. So this side, so 6 siya dito, so hindi sila balance. So you're going to think a number that can make this oxygen in the reactant side into 6. So ang naisip ko is to put a coefficient number of 2 right here. So 2 times potassium, it equals 2. So chlorine is also madadamay din siya. So 2. Then the last one is our oxygen, which is 2 times 3 equals 6. So balance na tong dalawa na to, itong oxygen na to. But itong potassium and chlorine, hindi siya nag-balance sa product side. So ang gagawin ninyo is isa-solve ninyo yung sa part ng product side. So you're going to put A2 right here. So 2 times 1 equals 2. Ba't ko nasabi 2 times 1? Kasi isa lang yung potassium. So 2 times 1 equals 2. Next is the chlorine. 2 times 1 equals 2. So now they are balanced. So let's try this third one. So medyo mahirap na tong third one because meron na siyang parenthesis doon. So paano nga ba isolve to kapag merong parenthesis? So sabi ko nga is we're going to put the reactant. So you're going to bring down its atom of every element. So sodium, we have 3 atoms. Phosphorus, we have 1 atom. Oxygen, we have 4. Magnesium, we have 1. Chlorine, we have 2. In the product side, sodium, we have 1 atom. Phosphorus, so this is the phosphorus, diba? So you're going to multiply it in the outside. So ang phosphorus, 2 yung sa kanya. Next is we have oxygen. Sa oxygen naman is we have 4 sa loob, 2 sa labas. Then we're going to multiply it. We got a 8. Next is we have magnesium, which is 3 atoms. Chlorine, we have 1. So kahit saan pwede tayong mag-solve dyan, kahit saan gusto mong unahin, pero dapat, di ba, yung uunahin mo is yung pinakamababa. So I'm going to solve first the oxygen. So in this part, we are going to think a number that this 4 will become 8. So you think a number that can multiply it to become a 4. So the first number that think in my mind is 2. So uunahin muna natin itong mga element na to, syempre, kasi ito yung mga naapektuhan na element. So you're going to do is 2 times 3 equals 6. Then next is P, which is the phosphorus. 2 times 1 equals 2. Oxygen, we have 2 times 4 equals 8. So nagbalance na sa dito sa oxygen na to. They are both 8 na. find another elements that we can balance it. So, sodium, yun yung naisip ko na isolve because hindi sila balance ang sodium. So, kapag ganyan, di ba, sa sodium, sa product side is 1 siya. Tapos sa reactant side is 6 siya. Sa product is odd, sa reactant is add. So, kapag ganyan yung situation is you're going to put 6 in here. Kasi di ba wala ka namang maiisip na mamumultiply para maging 6 to. So, kapag tinry natin yung times 3, di ba? Kakalabasan niya is 3. Kapag sinubukan natin yung times 4, magiging 4 siya. So, right thing to do is to times it to 6. So, 1 times 6 equals 6. So, nag-balance silang dalawa dyan. Then, also, maapektuhan din tong chlorine na to. So, you're going to put some 6 here. Okay, that's it. Then, solve the magnesium. So, you're going to put some 3 in the reactant side. So, 3. So, 3 times 1 equals 3. Then, 3 times 2, which is the chlorine, is 6. So, they are now balanced. So, that's it. So, let's try another example. So, let's try this fourth one. This is the last chemical that we're going to balance. So, mayroon pa rin siyang parenthesis doon na nakikita nyo. So, we're going to bring down its reactant and product side of every element and also its atoms. So, the first element is we have 1 atoms, chlorine, we have 2, sodium, we have 1, oxygen, we have 1, hydrogen, we have 1. In product side, we have 1 atoms, chlorine, we have 1 also, sodium, we have 1 also, oxygen, we have 2 because you are going to transpose this oxygen in the outside of the closed and open parenthesis. Going to put some 2 in same as the hydrogen, you're going to put some 2. So, hindi sila balance. So, the first thing to do is to hanapin yung pinakamababa. So, yung pinakamababa is yung chlorine sa product side. So, you're going to put a coefficient number 2 in this part. 2. So, 2 times 1 sa sodium equals 2. 2 times 1 sa chlorine equals 2. So, next, balance na tong dalawa na to. So, that the second thing that we need to balance is the sodium, the oxygen, and the hydrogen. So, in the reactant side, we are going to put 2, coefficient number 2 in this reactant side. So, we're going to multiply it. So, 2 times 1, the sodium equals 2. Then, 2 times 1 also in the oxygen, we have 2. And in the hydrogen, 2 times 1 in the hydrogen, we have 2. So, as you can see everyone, it is all balanced. Every elements of every atoms is balanced. So, that's it everyone. I'm done. So, I hope you learned something on what I've been discussed to you. So, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you understand well how to balance a chemical equation, because we all know that chemical balancing is very important to our life. So, goodbye everyone. Thank you for watching and see you again.